Hey folks, welcome back. First installment of a new feature called Cool Old Guitars, which was just going to initially showcase this, but she got a problem. When we plug it in and listen to my nifty little cigar box amplifier, I get this. She has issues. So we're going to take that apart and look at it, but let's talk a little bit about what it is first. This is a 1965 Gibson Melody Maker. This is the original single coil, single pickup configuration. This has an aftermarket bridge on it. My buddy's told me that he does have the original tremolo arm that goes on it. He also has the original alligator style chipboard or fiberboard case that goes along with it, which is really cool. The original knobs. It's a single piece of mahogany, single piece body with a through neck, set neck, mahogany neck, rosewood fingerboard. This thing is checkered. It looks like a flippin' alligator. It is just, the lacquer checking on it is just so cool. Let's see if we can see it on the back. It's been rode hard and she's been put up wet. The little skinny headpiece that they originally came with. Notice the dot connected to the G on the Gibson logo. She got some fret wear, but the frets are in, well, frets are not in the best shape. She's been played hard. Let's get a little close up here. Let's take a look here. We see the frets. Yeesh. Hardcore first position player, I'm telling you that. We get up top, she looks okay. Dirty. Lacquer checking on the front and the back of the headstock as well. So, we're just going to do a couple of things. We're going to take this plate off and take a look on the inside and see if we can't find out what makes that horrible noise. Could be just a loose wire. Hopefully it was. Apparently at one point it actually worked. I don't know if that's a metal case or not. Looks like it. We'll see. So we're going to pull that off and then we're just going to clean it. Get some of the goo off of it. Because my guy wants to play it. And he says it sounds great. It sounds okay acoustically. I mean, so that works. And then we're going to talk to him about maybe this. When we pull this off and we're going to look, I think that's just a piece of foam tape under there. If it is, we might see about getting rid of that, because that's the bad juju. That's what they make double stick tape on microphone stands for, and it looks a lot cooler than this aberration here. So just to let you know what it looks like before, I'm going to show you a little bit of this. right today, sports fans. Couple of these holes are really wallowed out. So I have to be careful when we're putting stuff back in here. What I do want you to see is, looky there. Pretty good chance this may be our culprit. And what looks, wow, is it this? This is all, it's all tight in there. This, there's almost a space in there. So I don't know if the jack has been twisted at some point. That's my guess, is that it was twisted and that it just pulled off of right here. So what we're gonna do is resolder this, and that should get us back going in good shape. And hopefully all will be right with the world. And we're gonna kind of degoo, we'll clean this up, we'll abrade, just kind of scrape off any oxidation that's on the tip of that. We'll clean the inside where the sleeve connects up as well, in case there's been anything down in there. Who knows what's been down in there. We'll clean the pots out with the electronic cleaner. We'll get all the dirt and the DNA and the goo and stuff off of there. And then we'll see if that has fixed our problem. If it has, then we're doing good, because then we can just get to overall cleaning. Because as you can see, the neck, she got some crap in there. Really? Yeah. Then we're also going to again take the goo off of the headstock here on the tuners on the back. We're going to take a toothbrush after that, get some of that goo out of there, lube those up a little bit because they were really sticking. There was no smooth action to that at all. And then we'll get back going and see how she polishes up. All right. Well, we're getting closer. This is now soldered back on. I have cleaned the bridge contacts here, because now that I've got continuity here, as you can tell, and we're back over to here, and now we're kind of over to here. I'm not totally jazzed about how that is. That's a little better. So I've cleaned this part of the stud off. I've cleaned the inside of this. I'm actually just going to take a little file and just smooth these out a little bit. They're really kind of rough anyways. I'm afraid if someone else goes in and starts adjusting these, they're going to booger the studs up on it. And then we'll see if maybe we're where we need to be, so we can stop fixing it and just start degunking it. So hey, sports fans, check this out. Yeah, much better. Lots of RF interference in this garage. I'm actually running studio lights that have little microprocessors in them and little fans in them, and they give off a crap load of RF, as you can tell. But this is also a single coil pickup. There's our tone. There's our volume. All right, we're back in business. So now let's get her cleaned up and get it going back to showcasing the guitar instead of trying to fix it. Right, let's talk about machine heads here real quick. As you can see, these are a little dingy and a little dirty. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna nut sauce them up. You don't want to gloop this stuff on here and leave it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of glop it on there a little bit, and then we're going to run the machines. We're just going to run them with the peg winder and make sure that we get that in all those little grooves there. And then we're going to wipe the parts that we might be touching with our hands or other such nonsense. We're going to wipe that off so we don't get that all over the place. So now we've got that in the worm gear. Is tremendously exciting. But this is the kind of stuff that people don't do, and why things get really hard. That one's a little wonky. I don't know if you can see that. Stuff happens to these old guitars. They get dropped, they get banged on. I believe this one was on the island of Guam for some time, so it's amazing that it has survived in as good a condition as it is. Oh, that one's a little pop too. I am not going to try to straighten that out. I could do much more harm than good. And so it doesn't affect anything. And you know as well as I do exactly what would happen if we decided to try to straighten that out. It would break, and then we'd be in a heap of trouble. And I don't really want to try to start having to find replacement parts for this little girl here. Alright, so there we go. We're just going to clean that up. Now here, this is why I'm not real excited about this tail piece here, because if you'll notice, these string blocks are held in place by string tension, but then over time, as they're adjusted, they rub on our finish here. And we've got a pretty nice abrasion there, but you know, there's nothing we can do about that. So let's go ahead and take this rod cover off just so we can make sure we're still working. If you're looking at a guitar and you're not quite sure if it's a Gibson or not, or if it's a knockoff, look at truss rod covers, because there are some copies out there that have got 3 screws in them, and the Gibson's got 2. Silly little things like that, but it's stuff that you notice. Let's get a good cleaning rag here. I'm just trying to get goo and grime and sweating stuff off of here. We are not polishing any of this stuff up. You're not going to get a mirror shine out of this, nor would you want to, because that's not what she is. She's a well-gigged guitar. Yep. Turn nice. Gonna put just a little wee dab. Just a tiny bit. There we go. Get the nut cleaned out. Let's take a look here. Oh, I bet you can see this really nice now. Can you see the wear on the threads, or the wear on the frets? And on the fretboard. Man. Yeah. She needs a little, she needs some fret love. She's not getting it from me. I know a guy who can do this, and will be much better at it than I would be. We'll have him take a look at it and get these frets. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 maybe. These look okay. These are hosed. Wow. All right, well, let's put strings back on it and get her up and going.